Om Namo Narayanaaya. 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 Respected friends, given time by the Lord, 1 hour we are trying to utilize to tune ourselves to the Lord Himself through our this class consisting of 6 activities of Veda Parayanam, of common sense thought, Mantrocharana with the meaning, Mangalacharana Shloka Sankalpa, Upanishad Mantra Parayanam, Upanishad Mantra Adhyanam. We are towards the end of the 5th chapter of the Shwethashwathara Upanishad. Up to the 12th mantra, Jiva explained how this Jiva gets liberated, also categorically, clearly, simply, directly told by the Shruti Mata and the Bhashyakara. And now it is in our choice whether to listen to this subject or not, study this subject or not, understand it or not, accept it or not, and want ourselves to be liberated or not, and are we ready to do the sadhana or not. The whole choice is ours. करो तो मिलेगा नहीं तो नहीं. So that beautiful topic we'll study today. Then later we have Gita to study. Then 1 or 2 mantras of Mother for our Parayanam. Today is the Ashtami of the Sharanavaratras. This time the overlap of 2 days. Therefore, 2 more days the Navaratras continue, 1 day extra, I think. And then second maybe the Dasara Vijayadashami. Now the first one, friends, with Shraddha, let us do the Veda Parayanam. In the Veda Mantra Manjari, part 2, yesterday we saw the Narayana Suktam, Vishnu Suktam. We'll enjoy today our Shri Suktra Uchcharanam. Shri Suktam will be chanting. Just open that site or the book and look at it. Swara Yukta with best of the heart, intention, purity. That Mother bless us first with this Brahma Vidya, Sri Vidya, Moksha Vidya. Then may she bless us with all the best of the Upadhis to do her service of this world. Then may we can pray that the Mother bless the entire universe, the cosmos, especially spiritually. So let that be the pure intention. Let us start. Om Atha Parayanam Vedamantramanjariः Shri-Suktam. Om Hiranyavarnam Harinim Suvarnarajatasrajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Maavaha Tam Maavaha Jatavedo Lakshmi Manapagaminim Yasyam Hiranyam Vindeyangam Purushanaham अश्वपूर्वां रथमध्यां हस्तिनादप्रबोधिनीं श्रियं देवीमुपह्वये श्रीर्मा देवीर्जुषतां कांसोऽस्मितां हिरण्यप्राकाराम् आर्द्रां ज्वलन्तीं तृप्तां तर्पयन्तीं पद्मे स्थितां पद्मवर्णान्तामिहोपह्वये श्रियम् चन्द्रां प्रभासां यशसा ज्वलन्तीं श्रियं लोके देवजुष्टामुदारां तां पद्मिनीमीं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये अलक्ष्मीर्मे नश्यतां त्वां वृणे आदित्यवर्णे तपसोऽधिजातो वनस्पतिस्तव वृक्षोऽथ बिल्वः तस्य फलानि तपसानुदन्तु मायान्तरायाश्च बाह्या लक्ष्मीः उभयतु मां देव सखः कीर्तिश्च मणिना सह प्रादुर्भूतोऽस्मि राष्ट्रेऽस्मिन् कीर्तिमृद्धिं ददातु मे। क्षुत्पिपासामलां ज्येष्ठामलक्ष्मीं नाशयाम्यहम् अभूतिमसमृद्धिं च सर्वान् निर्णुद मे गृहात्। गन्धद्वारां दुराधर्षां नित्यपुष्टां करीषिणीम् ईश्वरीगं सर्वभूतानां तामिहोपह्वये श्रियं। मनसः काममाकोतिं वाचः सत्यमशीमहि। पशूनां रूपमन्नस्य मयि श्रीः श्रयतां यशः। कर्दमेन प्रजा भूता मयि सम्भव कर्दम। श्रियं वासय मे कुले मातरं पद्ममालिनीम्। आपसृजन्तु स्निग्धानि चिक्लीतवसमे गृहे। निच देवीं मातरं श्रियं वासय मे कुले। आर्द्रां पुष्करिणीं पुष्टिं पिङ्गळां पद्ममालिनीं चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः। आर्द्रां यः करिणीं यष्टिं सुवर्णां हेममालिनीं सूर्यां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः। तां महावः जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रभूतं गावो दास्योऽश्वान् विन्देयं पुरुषानहम्। There it stopped, but we have some more. We'll chant the whole thing. यशुचिप्रयतो भूत्वा जुहुयादाज्यमन्वहम् श्रियः पञ्चदशर्चञ्च श्रीकामः सततं जपेत्। पद्मानने पद्म ऊरो पद्माक्षी पद्मसम्भवे। त्वं मां भजस्व पद्माक्षी येन सौख्यं लभाम्यहम्। अश्वदायी गोदायी धनदायी महाधने। धनं मे जुषतां देवी सर्वकामांश्च देहि मे। पुत्रपौत्रधनं धान्यं हस्त्यश्वादिगवेरथं। प्रजानां भवसि माता आयुष्मन्तं करोतु मां। धनमग्निर्धनं वायुर्धनं सूर्यो धनं वसुः। धनमिन्द्रो बृहस्पतिर्वरुणं धनमश्नुते। वैनतेय सोमं पिबतु वृत्रः। सोमं धनस्य सोमिनो मह्यं ददातु सोमिनः। न क्रोधो न च मात्सर्यं न लोभो नाशुभामतिः। भवन्ति कृतपुण्यानां भक्तानां श्रीसूक्तं जपेत् सदा। वर्षन्तु ते विभावरिदिवो अभ्रस्य विद्युतः। रोहन्तु सर्वबीजान्यवब्रह्मद्विषो जहि। पद्मप्रिये पद्मिनि पद्महस्ते पद्मालये पद्मदलायताक्षी। विश्वप्रिये विष्णुमनोनुकूले तत्पादपद्मं मयि सन्निधत्स्व। या सा पद्मासनस्था विपुलकटितटी पद्मपत्रायताक्षी। गम्भीरावर्तनाभिस्तनभरनमिता शुभ्रवस्त्रोत्तरीया। लक्ष्मीर्दिव्यैर्गजेन्द्रैर्मणिगणखचितैः स्नाविता हेमकुम्भैः। नित्यं सा पद्महस्ता मम वसतु गृहे सर्वमाङ्गल्ययुक्ता। लक्ष्मीं क्षीरसमुद्रराजतनयां श्रीरङ्गधामेश्वरीं दासीभूतसमस्तदेववनितां लोकैकदीपाङ्कुरां। श्रीमन्मन्दकटाक्षलब्धविभव ब्रह्मेन्द्रगङ्गाधरां त्वां त्रैलोक्यकुटुम्बिनीं सरसिजां वन्दे मुकुन्दप्रियां। सिद्धलक्ष्मीर्मोक्षलक्ष्मीर्जयलक्ष्मी सरस्वती श्रीलक्ष्मीर्वरलक्ष्मीश्च प्रसन्ना मम सर्वदा। वराङ्कुशौपाशमभीतिमुद्रां करैर्वहन्तीं कमलासनस्थां। बालार्ककोटिप्रतिभां त्रिनेत्रां भजेऽहमाद्यां जगदीश्वरीं त्वां। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके देवि नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते। नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते। नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते। सरसिजनिलये सरोजहस्ते धवळतरां शुकगन्धमाल्यशोभे। भगवति हरिवल्लभे मनोज्ञे त्रिभुवनबोधिकरि प्रसीद मह्यं विष्णुपत्नीं क्षमां देवीं माधवीं माधवप्रियां विष्णोः प्रियसखीं देवीं नमाम्यच्युतवल्लभां महालक्ष्मी च विद्महे विष्णुपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मीः प्रचोदयात् श्रीर्वर्चस्यमायुष्यमारोग्यमाविधात् पवमानं महीयते धनं धान्यं पशुं बहुपुत्रलाभं शतसंवत्सरं दीर्घमायुः ऋणरोगादिदारिद्र्य आपक्षुदपमृत्यवः वयशोकमनस्तापा नश्यन्तु मम सर्वदा श्रिये जातः श्रिया निर्याय श्रियं वयो जनितृभ्यो ददातो श्रियं वसाना अमृतत्वमायन् भजन्ति सद्यः सविता विदध्यो न श्रिय एवैनं तच्छ्रियामा दधाति सन्ततं ऋचा वषट्कृत्यं सन्दत्तं सन्धीयते प्रजया पशुभिः य एवं वेद ॐ महादेव्यै च विद्महे विष्णुपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मीः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. So we have done Shri Sukta Parayanam today. That should be enough. Go Suktam is the next one. We'll chant it tomorrow. Yes, in our today's second session of our common sense thought, three or four things. Let us see how much they are meaningful, useful for us. First one is Narayana. Yes, I have to note it, otherwise forget. No? Bhu Suktam. Mm. First one is in life, as humans, to avoid the future, what you call obligations and uh, uh, debts, etc., as much as possible, as long as possible, do the things on one's own, meaning depend on oneself, meaning reduce the dependency on others, whoever they are. After certain age comes, outside grossly, physically also, inside mentally, emotionally also, slowly discover the independence. Don't be dependent, otherwise you will incur lot of the debts. To clear that, again some lives have to be spent in serving the people under obligation, not as sadhana. Then you will be missing the sadhanas. Therefore, as long as possible, as much as possible. Wherever is not possible, no, you can't avoid. It has other alternatives, some other compensating thing you have to do so that the debt is not made. The best idea for it is what? Reduce our wants and demands, live in minimum, and achieve that very delicately without hurting the people around or our family, without making them know. That you have to learn the art. Slowly, steadily develop. Swamiji told me from today that I should not depend on you. Therefore, I will cook my own food, you cook your own food. Don't do that, because only one day you can do it. Tomorrow again you will have to ask him only. You know. So be wise in this aspect of catching this thought that when we depend on others because of our excessive demands or desires or needs, or even what you call yes, desires, lazinesses, then we incur lot of the runa. So try and to be intelligent in that. Every of such thoughts are to be precisely, clearly understood and properly managed. Overdoing should not be done. What I said, why I said, if we are tuned with our Shraddha, we will be able to understand exactly what the speaker is trying to say. Because such things have many, except Paramatma Tattva, it can never be understood. Everything else can be only misunderstood because there are alternatives in that. Be wise in this thought. Idea is don't incur the debts. by depending on people for many, many things. If at all you get some work done, compensate it. Even the servants, 100 रुपए ज्यादा ही दो तो उसको कम दिया तो फिर then you will be incurring the debts. You understood? Like that of the things. Everywhere, even at home also, with children, grandchildren, you do to them, don't depend on them. If something you cannot do, don't just drop the requirement and need of it. And be wise to manage on your own. Actually, though, after the age of 55, 60, that's what they tell us to do the Vanaprastha Jivana. Vanaprastha Jivana is total self-depending Jivan. In that effort only, we know how difficult it is to get so many things without others. Therefore, those things we drop. Vanaprastha Jivana is such a beautiful thing which helps us in getting out of so many excesses from our life. Because the rule in Vanaprastha is no depending on others. खुद ही करो बस है ना when you have 10 servants and all to do then 10 सब्जियां बनवा लेते हो when you yourself make then you will know more than 2 you cannot make so then you limit yourself to the 2 like that every of the things that's how in Vanaprastha it is told that we have to do on our own and I don't take these things lightly for that matter anything as an adhyatmic sadhak. The first thing is don't be more and more dependent to incur the runa as long as and as much as possible. When the age is very old, definitely we have to depend on others. You cannot help it, isn't it? Like ill health. You can't go on yourself to the hospital. You need the help of somebody, children, servant. So, वो तो फिर okay. Pray to for them. They have done this to me, oh Lord. As a compensation, I am praying for them. Any other thing. Other way what you can repay etc but clear karte jao runa because of the so much runa incurred in the earlier only that we are bound now that we don't have the freedom outer inner for our choice of sadhana. First point, Krishna Vasudeva. Second is what, you know, three things. One, whether it is children. Two, second it is our servants whom we pay. Third, whether it is our own upadhis. They have to listen to us, not that they do whatever they want. Point one. In that point to me, children may not listen because they are individuals. They have their own life. They only one part as our children. They have come as an individuals with so many other identities. They know if she's a daughter, she's a wife of her husband, and she's a mother of her children. She's a daughter-in-law of the in-laws. Both hote. She's not the only daughter for you, not the only daughter only. She is many. Therefore, totally you cannot command. So to the servants, if they get better people, they go, isn't it? And they have their own calculations. कि आप जितना दे रहे हो हम उतना ही काम करेंगे even if we can do more. They know that's what their dimag works. So them also you cannot command. But the third thing that is there, our upadhis. They are ours, they are given to us, we are feeding them. Therefore, this thought, not an arrogant thought, not an aggressive thought of anger or enmity, but a decent, intelligent thought that my upadhis should listen to me, that they should do what I command them to do. And I am intelligent to know their capacities, and those works only I get them from them. With this idea, body, what sort of laziness is it is involving in? Pull it out of that laziness and make it do what it has to. Sense organs, what demands they are having, I know, and obliging to those demands, how we are just wasting our time, etc. So they should listen to me, not I should. This freedom we are already given, choice we are given, and it's a necessary thing that we have to see to that they have to do what we say, not the other way around. So to the mind. Mind should listen to me, not that I listen to the mind. So I should be able to slowly, steadily train to command my mind. That you should have, oh, my mind, these emotions only positive, these attitudes only positive, these intentions only positive, and these type of positive values only, oh mind, you should have. So in this way, first knowing this need of it, accepting it, slowly, steadily, we have to train ourselves. Because of not listening to this thought from anyone or not understanding or accepting, out of so much of attachment, like we are attached to the children, therefore we don't command them, like we are attached to the servants out of some fear, etc. Therefore we cannot command them, and their tunes only we dance to. होता है ना? Same is with the upadhis, that we dance to their tunes. And remember, we cannot be without them also. So that correct madhya marga of giving them what they need, whether it's a food or rest, etc., and not entertainment. They don't need entertainment. They want them. Want and need में फर्क है ना? We can go for needs, not for the wants. Oh mind, you don't need it. You don't want. You should not want it. You don't need it. That's it. ऐसा हमें कहना है. So therefore, the good emotions, good attitudes, like I'm angry with that person. Shut up, oh mind. Why are you angry with it? You just be neutral or love or keep quiet. In this way, Deha Upadhi, we should, you just get up and do exercise. Get up and go for walking. Why are you sitting? इस तरह अपने शरीर को हम कमांड करते हैं, उसे जो करवाना है कराना है. Again there, not excessive also. Isn't it? Depending on our age, if the doctor permits, daily 2 किलोमीटर चलो. 2 किलोमीटर ही चलना. Not again 10 kilometers 20. Isn't it? So to its capacity के अनुसार वो काम कराना. See to it that they don't command us. We command them. And that commanding also we do with them slowly, steadily. The spiritual works we should get them do. We should get them do for us. Isn't it? The mind says, no, let us not chant mantras today. Why not? You just do it, that's it. अब बैठो, शरीर को बिठाओ, है ना, इंद्रियों को पुल करो, माइंड को लगा अब मैं हनुमान चालीसा पढ़ रहा हूँ 7 times. जो सत भारत पाठ अगर कोई छोटा ही बंदी मासु कोई, you just cooperate. Then after doing 2 times, the mind says नहीं नहीं उठो, get up, बहुत हो गया, बाकी दोपहर में करेंगे, खाने के बाद करेंगे, सोने के बाद करेंगे. You say I will not listen to you, you have to listen. I decided बस 7 बार पढ़ना है, मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ. अब करके देखो, that is the victory of our mind. Isn't it? In this way, the mind, the senses, the indriyas, body, all of them should listen to us. It's an everyday exercise. That's what I give example. The children, grandchildren, servants, and the upadhis. Every day they have to be quietened, controlled, commanded, and we have to get the work done from them. उसको एक्सेप्ट करो कि एक दिन का काम है नहीं, हर दिन का है, और हर दिन करते जाओ. So to the intellect, it says, I will not study Shastra. I will not do the inquiry, contemplation. I will not understand, remember, retain. The Shuddha Vyavahara Jnana as per Shastra as well as Tattva Jnana. उस बुद्धि को कहना है, no, you have to study. Sit there, take out this Gita shloka. This shloka you are studying, that's it. Word by word as per Bhashyam, you are studying it 3 times and feeling the meaning in it, understanding it. So इस तरह से बुद्धि also should be commanded. Then the ego also should be commanded. You just be a tiny fellow. You are not greater than anyone and you are not separate from the divine. You cannot be independent. Turning to the all and you have to surrender to the divine. ऐसा quietly, slowly, our mind, our ego also has to come under our control in this way. So the upadhis, generally we neglect them, we don't care them, we just pamper them as they want. It becomes a habit. Therefore, they do the savari or the riding of our life. As they say, we do. Therefore, so many sadhanas beautiful. We have to do sevas. वो कोई हमसे हो नहीं पाता. Simple definition. If somebody is not doing dharma or seva and sadhana, he is slave to his upadhis. What is there special to think about it? कोई एक्स्ट्रा डिस्कशन की जरूरत ही नहीं है. He is a slave to his upadhi. That's why he is not doing his dharma. He is not doing his seva or punya or upasana that are to be done. And he is not able to do his whatever the adhyatmika sadhanas. So, क्यों उपाधियों से करना है, नहीं कर रहे तो उपाधि आप एक नाम काम नहीं सुन रहे, बात नहीं सुन रहे. So he is not commanding them, he is slave to them. So in short, I am the slave to my upadhis. It need not be. And I need not fight with them, taking them to be enemy. No. Like the children are not enemies that we fight with them. Servants are not enemies that we fight with them. Same time, we have to see to it that they come under our command and the work is done. So in this way, second thought is about our upadhis, right? Now the third one is again with the people only in this world. Where from we get disturbed, where from we get worried, where come from we become unnecessarily extra miserable is mainly these two. One is people, second is situations. So the third thought today with regard to the people is what? From your side, be wise to do the dharmas, to be able to have all good qualities to express towards them. That is love, that is kindness, etc. इतना तो ठीक है, लेकिन don't allow the people to dominate you, especially to take you for granted and humiliate you, whether it is through sarcasm or any type of commanding us. If somebody is doing, keep them away. Because we have no right to suffer ourselves coming under anybody's way. क्यों मैं तुमसे कुछ चाहता नहीं, क्यों सर पे क्यों बैठ रहा था? I cannot tolerate. It's not in ego, but it is self-respect. Many times what happens is our goodness, our mildness, people take that it is our weakness and then they try to command, demand us. They try to ride us. And that is the insult to the jiva in me. Why should I? I am not expecting anything from you. I just love you. That doesn't mean that you take me for granted. Otherwise, inside हमको दुखी होता रहता है, दम घुटता रहता है. So no means not. Just sense it. Oh, this fellow is behaving like this. So I should keep him in a distance. He is not valuing me. है ना? My due value is not giving. He is taking me for granted. I have my own self-respect. So therefore, better to keep away. Yeah, you can tell on the face only. You just take me for granted, you don't know. If you behave like this, you are friend to me. Otherwise, nothing. Part away. We are spiritual seeker. हम किसी के वो क्या कहते हैं? Obligation में नहीं आना चाहिए. That's not required, not allowed also. Are you doing any insult to them? No, will be important. We should not. If we do it, then we have to get it back also. First, we control ourselves that we are not taking anybody for granted. We are not humiliating anyone. We are not insulting anyone. This is clear from our side. Due respect we are giving to all. Yeah, they also should be so. If not, then keep at distance with all the love for them in the mind, with all the goodwill and prayers. But in Vyavahara, ab theek hai, isn't it? So this is how people disturbance coming to us from the people we can avoid out of many ways. This is one way. And to protect ourselves, to be little stronger is also required wherever is required. हो सकते हैं. Sometimes they may not understand you, but you know what you are doing. For protecting ourselves, we can be little, not beyond the limit. We can, but if at all, sometimes it appears to be little more. They compensate it again with the love. But somehow or the other, see to it that our goodness, our nice attitude, nature should not be taken for granted by the world, whoever they may be. Then only we really grow, we become available for the higher and diviner. नहीं तो ये आलतू फालतू लोगों के टाइम देते रहते हो आप और दिमाग में दम घुटता रहता है. What nonsense? Who is that fellow? Friend? What friend? Nothing called as friend. Nothing called as brother or sister. सब बेवकूफ. सब बकवास. बेवकूफ तो है ही. Everything is bakwas in this world. Nothing is so important that we have to mutter about it, murmur about it, worry about it, contemplate about it, think about it, and bite the nails. All useless. कोई जरूरत नहीं. Isn't it? Think about it. Then the situations also make us worried and disturbed. In with regard to situations also, same. Whatever is in my command, I should do it perfectly. Whichever is not in my command, please remember, it is the divine providence. Whatever the divine wants, that alone will happen. Again, I am repeating, whatever is in my ability, my command, my duty, that I try to do to the best of my ability. Situations की बात कर रहा हूं. Beyond my whatever the ability or capacity or my own daira, my own vicinity command, it's all Ishvara. Through so many beings and through so many ways. I can't command. What can I do? In that way, putting everything on Ishvara, ईश्वर की कृपा है, ईश्वर की लीला है, ईश्वर का खेल है. कहते हैं situation should not overpower us, override us. Same time, what we have to do, we can do that. Also, we have to do. Otherwise, on the name of Ishvara, we even give up our responsibility, duty also. That's one problem. Or when it is said that no, I have to do, then the things which are not in my command also, I try to do them and I fail and I suffer there also. Situations everywhere. Another common example is domestic. That in your command was to bring up your children, put them in good education and all. So you have done it. What was in your command, you have done. है ना? अगर वो अच्छी तरह पास नहीं हुआ और उसको इमीडिएटली नौकरी नहीं मिली, अच्छी वाली नहीं मिली, it's not in your command. No, the Ishvara Leela, uska prarabdha hai. You can't afford to suffer. Underline that point. We cannot unnecessarily suffer. Any issue, you get them married. अच्छे रहते हैं 4-5 साल. उसके बाद then the originality comes out. Nowadays, nothing but ego. In most of the cases, wives are intelligent and the husband cannot tolerate. Then he loudly shouts, she quietly shouts. Our neighbors listen. They don't listen because they are also busy in same thing. Then you are worried, isn't it? Then you go to every good temple and every god and every Mahatma asking for solutions. I have somebody. They ask only for their domestic problems. Swami, this is a problem. Arey, how long that useless thing? Ask for your sadhana. Get out of that nonsense. Tell that, oh Lord, let me be clear of this prarabdha very soon. Matlab, good, once, twice, okay. But how long you involve in yourself? They are taking you for granted. Next time I am going to tell that person this. Are they Mahatmas, Sadhakas, वगैरह that you have to do so much for them? अरे दारू पी के लुढ़कते रहते हैं, then you are worried about them. Stupids. Those sentiments, a time should come wherein we have to reserve the freedom. That's why Vedanta. That is why this Tattva Jnana is the only thing which protects us from all this endless nonsense. It is endless. You have to put an end. याद रखो, there is no end to any nonsense of this world. We have to put an end. Of course, diligently, intelligently, slowly, steadily. I'm just giving an example. In situations What is in our command we do to the best of our ability. बाकी प्रभु की इच्छा. मुझे जो करना है वो प्रभु की इच्छा नहीं, वो मुझे ही करना है. Otherwise, here my laziness again I justify this way. है ना, my responsibility, my distraction, है ना, I justify this way ईश्वर की. नहीं नहीं, वो तो फिर सेल्फ चीटिंग हो जाता है. So what is my individuality? I know. What are my duties? I know. So I must do them. They are not Ishvara Leela. Other than what is in my command, that is Ishvara Leela. So these three things today, Bhagavan has given us an ideas. Let us see how much they can help us. And the fourth one is, as we have to say every day, how much of our knowledge spiritual is becoming practical. Let us try to reduce the gap between theory and practice, whether it is values, whether it is devotion, whether it is Vedanta Jnana. है ना, theory at the highest level है, practical lowest level. And again, don't say, Swamiji, my theory भी lowest level है. Then you are insulting me coming to my class every day. So then I will not come, Swami. Better don't come. I'm not, you are not obliged, I am not obliged. See the bar. So reduce the gap between the theory, Siddhanta Jnana and practice. Whether it is values, whether it is devotion, whether it is our Vedanta Tattva Jnana, whatever we are studying, try to bring it, try to bring it. अभी तक क्या होता रहता है, सुनने के लिए ही इतना हमें तपस्या लग रहा है, समझने के लिए तपस्या लग रहा है. It's tapasya. Everything is new to us. Remembering that knowledge is so difficult. And just are all mismanaged upadhis. Hoping that these three are taken care, now the fourth one. Slowly, slowly, the gap between Siddhanta and Sadhana should be reduced. What is the meaning? Whatever the Siddhanta I know, I am living like that. तभी जाकर उसका फायदा होगा ना. अदरवाइज जानने का भी कोई फायदा नहीं है, जीने का भी कोई मकसद या मतलब नहीं. So these are the four things today we try to see. Thank you. Now come to our next thing of our mantrocharana. Today is Shiva Bhagavan Somvar. That famous mantra of the Rudram. Today we will chant. You all know it by heart, thank God. I can just have to say the meaning little and we make the chanting of it. Mantra is Om Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishweshwaraya Mahadevaaya Trayambakaya Tripurantakaya Trikagnikalaya Kalagni Rudraya Neelakantaya Amrutyunjayaya Sarveshwaraya Sadashivaya Sriman Mahadevaya Namaha. So, Om Parabrahma Namaha. In this mantra, the beginning itself is with Namaskar. So, Namaha Te Astu. Te Namaha Astu. There will be salutations from my side to you continuously. Bhagavan, Lord. Vishwa Ishvara, the Supreme Lord of the entire universe. Mahadevaya, the God of all gods. Triambakaya, the one with three eyes. And I have wisdom, I have justice, I have compassion. Tripurantakaya, the one who has destroyed Tripurasura. Trikagni Kalaya, the one who is the commander of the Kala, which is like Agni and which is in three forms of Bhuta Bhavishyat Vartamana. Kala Agni Rudraya. At the time of Pralaya, you are the Kala Agni Rudra. Kala ka Agni, Kala Rupi Agni के रूप में आकर रुद्र रूप में you just dissolve the world. Neelakantaya, you are so compassionate, holding that poison in your neck to save all of us. Mrityunjayaya, the one who is beyond Mrityu and gives the Mrityu Rahita Sthiti to the Bhaktas. So Mrityunjaya Sarva Ishwaraya, you are the Lord of everything in this universe. Sadashivaya, always Mangala and auspicious Rupa. Sriman Mahadevaya Namaha. Again, the Devo ke Dev Mahadev. Again, to end with Namaha, Namaskar. So Mahadevaya comes 2 times, beginning also, end also. Simple meaning told. Now feel Lord Shiva, whichever the temple you have visited of Shiva, or your own loving temple, whichever you like, उस मंदिर के भगवान को हृदय में धारणा करो, या योर ओन इष्ट देव और पूजा मंदिर में जो भगवान शिव है, whoever, for the concentration sake. Bring him into your heart and chant this mantra. Start. Om Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya Trayambakaya Triprantakaya Trikagnikalaya Kalagnirudraya Neelakantaya Mrityunjayaya Sarveshwaraya Sadashivaya Sriman Mahadevaya Namaha. ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरांतकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकंठाय मृत्युंजयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरांतकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकंठाय मृत्युंजयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरांतकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकंठाय मृत्युंजयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरांतकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकंठाय मृत्युंजयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरांतकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकंठाय मृत्युंजयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरांतकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकंठाय मृत्युंजयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरांतकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकंठाय मृत्युंजयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरांतकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकंठाय मृत्युंजयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरांतकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकंठाय मृत्युंजयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरांतकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकंठाय मृत्युंजयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरांतकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकंठाय मृत्युंजयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। Mantras every day we are doing 27 times. This mantra is a little bigger to save time. 12 times we have done. Remaining 15 you do minimum. Then make it 108 as I told first day. Every mantra, the other time of your day, make it 108. Thank you. Om 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 Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ओम येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वम् ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यम् ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानाम् ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् ओम सुकृते दिकृते बहुधा भवतो ओम ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मभक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद् गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्ति सनातनधर्मस्य व्याप्ति विश्व अध्यात्मिकप्रगति धर्मसंस्थापकानां निरन्तरदिग्विजयः श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्राध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुविघ्नसमूलनिर्मूलनपूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकैन्दवसंस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठा अस्यां कक्षायामागतानां सङ्कल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थं कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः अत्यशग्र भाष्यसमेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओं नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्युगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। पारायण में सेकंड चैप्टर 3 मंत्रास। ओम अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः युञ्जानः प्रथमं मनः तत्त्वाय सविता धियः अग्निर्ज्योतिर्निचाय पृथिव्या अध्याभरत् युक्तेन मनसा वयं देवस्य सवितुः सवे सुवर्गेयाय शक्त्या युक्त्वाय मनसा देवान् सुवर्यतो धिया दिवं बृहज्योति करिष्यतः सविता प्रसवातितान्. In the study, 5th chapter, 12th mantra, we have seen स्थूलानि सूक्ष्माणि बहूनि चैव रूपाणि देहि स्वगुणैर्वृणोति क्रियागुणैरात्मगुणैश्च तेषां संयोगहेतुरपरोऽपि दृष्टः. The Bhashyartha of it, carefully listen. Stulani iti. What is it? Tani cha stulani. What are the stulani? Ashmadini. Stone. Sukshmani. Taijasa dhatu pravrutini. So stulani means Ashmani. Sukshmani means Taijasa dhatu pravutini. Bahuni means Deva adi sharirani. Gets. Who gets Dehi? Who is the Dehi? Vijnana Atma. Okay. This Vijnana Atma can be contemplated. We are the Vijnana Atma. The Shuddha Atma is not Vijnana Atma. It is Jnapti Swarup. In that pure conscious self, the specific knowledge is not there. It's a consciousness, that's it. Then a lower level is this knowledge in the form of Triputi. Jnayam, Jnanam and Jnata. This Jnata is Vijnana Atma. Vijnana. He knows specific things through the specific upadhis in the form of specific thoughts. Vijnanatma. And this me, I, aham, ego, how I become Vijnanatma? I is a thought. In the thought, the consciousness expresses as the knowingness. That makes me Vijnanatma. And with this knowingness, I try to know. And for knowing, I need buddhi. I need the mind, I need the senses. And with them, with the senses, I know the Shabda Sparsha Rasagandha. With the mind, I know the emotions. With the intellect, I, the Vijnanatma, know the knowledges or thoughts or concepts or ideas. And all of them are in samsara. They have nothing great about it. But itna baat batangad banate hum isi ko itna importance dete. I am not a Vijnanatma. I am the Shuddha Pragnapti Swarupatma. Jnapti Swarupatma. Jnana Swarupatma. Prajna Swarupatma. Pure conscious. And how much issues we make of the things which we know. And the funniest part is the things which you don't know are more in number and they never bother us. Isn't it? अब जो जानते हैं अब उसी में है ना जानाति then इच्छति then karoti then bhukti. He knows it, he desires, he does, and he goes through the experience. This is what is jiva. Janati knows that a new shop is opened. Ichhati, then he goes and desires it. Karoti, he buys it. Bhukti, then he suffers. So this Vijnana Atma gets in Devadi Yonis, the Shariras, right from the Pashanadi, then Stulani, Sukshmani means Taisa Dhatu Pravruti. In the sense, the stony type of the grossest personality, or Taijasa, the brightest and brilliant of the personality. Stula Sharira, even Sukshma Sharira. As we said yesterday, in all these Saptaloka Urdhva, the Shariras are starting from Stula made out of the Prithvi or Mitti to slowly Jala Sharira, Vayu Agni Sharira, Vayu, then Akasha Shariram Brahma, the Jiva. So it should expand our understanding that you and I, as individual, though right now are human beings with the human body, depending on our karmas, etc., we can get any of these Stula and Sukshma anywhere in the world. Expand that understanding. By that, one thing is any the Sharira we can be given, though we cannot avoid depending on karma, go through it. Second is to avoid all of that, rise above to the self level. There is no other way option. And by being as a jiva with the upadhi level, trying to control ourselves always, to do such things that we only get better and good bodies is a very tough task. You may achieve it 80%, but 20% to lura gaya. What is the best way? Best way is I am not jiva, I am Brahman. As a Brahman, that risk factor is zero of doing something because of which such upadhis are given, which are the givers of dukkha or which have a lot of struggles. That problem is there. Like see that chinti. होता तो इतना ही, but उसको भी जीना है. Then it needs the sugar only it can eat. It cannot eat anything. It has to go on searching, searching, searching for it. I have to be like that. And there is no other job other than searching for the food and surviving. No, the other contrast picture, see the elephant. It's an ant, it's an elephant. This elephant fellow is so big, उसको दिन में खाने के लिए इतना चाहिए, वो कहाँ घूमे बेचारा. And it's not that only one elephant is there in the whole jungle. There are 100, सबको खाना चाहिए. And it's not only elephants are there, many other animals too are there which eat the same food. Struggle or not, we should accept it's all struggle. To be a jiva with the upadhi. Sometimes it feels so painful, na? तो छोटे छोटे पंछियों को वो खाना पता नहीं कहाँ से मिलता होगा सांप को ह्यूज python is there बेचारा it can't go run and hunt like tiger now anybody comes near it मेरे को खाओ so slowly it has to go and catch somebody or to save that energy that python stay at one level one place only for 3 months 6 months slowly digesting that food because बार बार नहीं मिलता खाना and who is that jiva only. The crocodiles, so big they are. Hippopotamus, so bada hai wo. Rhinos. And in the sea aquatics में कहाँ से मिलता उनको खाना बेचारा. I'm just telling Vijnana Atma because his karma gets all and suffers. and the food they doesn't get. No, that suffering is the exhaustion of the papa phala. That's how Bhagavan plans for exhausting our papa karma. That he makes us a monkey and puts it in a desert like a place where you don't get any tree, you don't get any food. Okay? इस तरह से समझ लेना. Now, next one, विज्ञानात्मा. Now, next line is very, very important. स्वगुणैर विहित प्रतिषिद्ध विषय अनुभव संस्कारैर वृणोति आवृणोति. So this is very typical thing. New thing, peculiar thing. We just touched it yesterday. Little more we are seeing today. One thing is we do our karma, as a karma phala we get shariras. ये तो very clear. Here something extra Bhagavan is telling, that not only the karma but also our, what is that? Sagunair vihita pratisiddha vishaya anubhava samskara. From the anubhava also we get this samskara. They also decide our shariras. I am reading it very slowly and explaining. Dehi vijnanatma, the jiva, you and I, swagunaihi. What is swaguna? Vihita pratisiddha vishaya anubhava samskara. Swaguna means samskara only. Earlier samskara was karma kruta samskara. Now he says anubhava samskara. What is anubhava? Vihita and pratisiddha vishaya. Vihita vishaya, that is must be done to be done, allowed. And pratisiddha, that should not be done, not allowed as per Shastra. Of both we do the anubhava. And then we get the samskara of them. You know, there are in general totally pratisiddha for the human beings. So, but particularly depending on our individuality, some are pratisiddha. You know, a man should not eat the other man. It is pratisiddha totally. How can you be a man eater? It is in general pratisiddha. And then particularly, if he is a Brahmana, he cannot eat any non-veg. It is unke liye pratisiddha. The others may eat. May eat, not recommended. But कभी ब्राह्मण को तो he should not be. सात्विक आहार ही उनको लेना. प्रतिषिद्ध. So विहिता प्रतिषिद्ध विषय अनुभव कृत वासना are called as swaguna here. So our karmas also are becoming cause for our uttara janma by becoming vasana. Anubhavas also. So स्वगुणैर विहित प्रतिषिद्ध विषय अनुभव संस्कारैः वृणोति आवृणोति. Because of that, after getting the body, he gets identified with that body. कर्मों के द्वारा शरीर मिलता है, मिला हुआ शरीर अनुभवों के द्वारा हम उससे तादात्म्य करते हैं. Then what happens उसके बाद? ततः because of those अनुभव संस्कारास in that very particular body, tat kriya gunaihi and again atma gunaihi cha. Again, he does lots of karmas for repeating of, let us say, those experiences or to avoid those things. They become the added vasanas of in this life, vasanas in this life, again becoming cause for the subsequent shariras. That is what is conclusion. Sadehi aparopi dehantara samyukta bhavati. Apara means other. Dehantara means different body. Samyukta endowed with bhavati. So he is given body, he enters into it, he just gets attached to it. And so here one thing only we have to just add to sum up is the anubhava also. Like as a human being, whatever the anubhavas I am getting, उनको कोई वैल्यू नहीं देना. They are just exhausting vasanas. That much we have to. If you give the label to the anubhava as either good or bad, it becomes vasana. And it does its own work of again deciding our life future. Very acutely sensitive thought it is. Karmas anyway give the karma phala. Then bhoga also. Like we go to a hotel, we had a food. You eat it, that's it. That anubhava, if you allow it to make a samskara, कि खाना अच्छा है या बुरा है, it in any way will influence our future. That vasana will prompt us again to go to the same hotel or similar one. Isn't it? We are forced, we are bound. This one example we gave, like that. Any anubhava, like the office में boss से लड़ाई हुआ. लड़ाई होना ही नहीं चाहिए. Whatever he says is right. That is why he is boss. That's it. He has scolded. अब दुखी होकर don't go on having so many thoughts. बस ये प्रारब्ध हो गया है. So whatever is pointed in that, he has pointed, this is true. Yes, I went late. Let me improve myself and give not him chance to scold me because of my being late. हो गया. If you carry the load of that anubhava that he has scolded and all that, then a bitterness is created. That's a vasana. Then that vasana, na, buddhi karmanusarani, prompts the buddhi to think. वासना बुद्धि को जबरदस्ती धक्का देकर उस तरह से सोचने को मजबूर करती हो. है ना? How do you do that? You go at home and while interacting with the wife or children, that boss and that bitter experience is removed or remembered. Sorry, then you won't uh, behave well there. Means you are not in your presence of mind there with the people at home or guests coming, or you can't sleep at night properly. और सपने में वो बॉस आएगा फिर से डांटेगा. See how many ways those anubhava, if you allow it to become a vasana by giving extra value, again is becoming cause for the future anubhavas. In one life, we gave the example, Baswala. It also becomes cause for the subsequent shariras, as we said yesterday. है ना? बस माइंड में फिक्स हो गया इस टाइप का एक तरह का भोजन. फिर अगला जन्म वो भोजन जो रेगुलरली मिलता है वो वाला हमको मिलता है. Therefore, Anubhava Vasana and Karma Vasana, both of them cause the Shariras. Karma Vasana comes when we do the karma prompted by the Kamana. काम्य कर्म करना ही नहीं चाहिए. It's a duty or desire. I must have the clear discretion. Duty only have to do that too without desire. And we are seeing in Gita how strongly Bhagavan says that don't even expect that Ishvara should be happy with you. Don't even expect that the Brahma Anubhuti should come to you and you get moksha. That much desire free we have to involve in life. Then only the mind, whose abilities of sankalpa and binding us, we can control karma karte, cut short. That's called Maya ko par karna. Maya is mind at play. Mind is Maya at play. है ना? This is how the mind binds us. माइंड को जहां कदा काट के फेंक देना चाहिए. This is the technique. Do the only dharma karma, no kamana in that. And never do the kamya karma at all. है ना? Eating food twice or thrice a day. It's a dharma. And in that variety, ये वो ये सब कामना है. You just shut up. Isn't it? This is the higher sadhana. जो हमको 10 जन्म के बाद शुरू होगा. अब तो हम सुबह उठने के लिए भटक रहे हैं. कष्ट हो रहा है. To sit in the class for 1 hour we are struggling. Actual sadhana समझ कर करना it takes lot of lives. Firm in 10-15 जीवन जन्म लगेंगे. आपको जल्दी हो जाता होगा. So in this way, ततः तत्तत् क्रिया गुणैः आत्मगुणैश्च, है ना, स देही अपरोपि देहांतर संयुक्तः भवति इत्यर्थः. So kriya gunaihi means the actions done with the body. Atma gunaihi means In the mind, the desires, sankalpas that are entertained. So, whatever my past karmas were there, they brought me to this life. Now I am in this life with this body in the world around. Here, prompted by those vasanas, seeing the world also, getting the desire, I do the karma for karma phala. Some karma phala comes this life, many karma phala come in the future lives, combined with so many other things, only Ishvara knows how it happens. Second, in this life, I am going to have so many anubhavas continuous. Every anubhava, by assessing it, I am creating again vasanas. Therefore, the karmas done in this life, then the samskaras of the bhoga anubhava, as well as again the desires new entertained by the mind. These three become the hetu for my subsequent shariras or janma. And when you say janma, don't conclude janma is only janma. After the janma, whatever you have to get. Big list of things. जैसे इस जन्म में हुआ. It's not that stopped that we are born. Oh no? In the balyavastha, what we have gone through. Shaishavavastha, balyavastha, kumaravastha, all of that are nothing but our own karma phalas. कौन सा स्कूल में पढ़े, किस स्टूडेंट्स के साथ थे, किससे लड़ाई की, किस मास्टर साहब ने हमको मुर्गी बनाया, उदा गधा बनाया, क्या क्या नहीं बनाया हमको. Continuously, where is the relief, respite for us? जो सुख चाहते हैं वो मिल नहीं रहा, जो दुख अवॉइड करना है वो दूर नहीं हो रहा. These are all big maya samsara. Oh, that can be avoided only when we realize the Brahman. That is why the last two shlokas will talk that only. Right? This is enough today. We'll see tomorrow this Adbhuta Maha summarizing of the Jiva's journey. Both the bondage as well as moksha. Excellent Sambandha Bhashya. Don't miss it. Tomorrow we'll study. सह एवं अविद्या काम कर्म फल रागादि गुरु भार आक्रांत अलाभुरिव सांद्र जल निमग्न निश्चयेन देहात्मापन्न प्रेत तिर्यंग मनुष्यादि योनिषु आजीवम जीव भावमापन्न कथंचित पुण्यवशात् ईश्वरार्थ कर्मानुष्ठानेन अवगत रागादिमलः अनित्यत्वादि दर्शनेन उत्पन्न इहामुत्रार्थ फलभोग विरागः शमदमादि साधन संपन्नः तम आत्मानं ज्ञात्वा मुच्यते इति आह. वाह वाह, masterpiece. Let us enjoy it tomorrow. Om 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 Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnasya Purnamevavash. Om Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Spend 10 minutes for Gita. If you have, please come.